G'day, it's Demt coming to you from Sydney, Australia on our next instalment of this rule set creation video series using the Ruleset Wizard for Fantasy Grounds. We're going to work on the Notes tab just now. So let's have a look at Core RPG first. We can see our car sheet notes. We've got a window class car language in there, and pretty much let's go and look at the we really want languages because, again, they tie into some other core RPG functionality, such as when you can put stuff in different languages and only the players that have that language will understand it. We want to keep that. We don't want appearance and notes. Well, we do, but I think we can reformat these. And we don't need race, gender, age, height, weight. All right. I think we're going to simplify this one, and we're going to have nationality and agency. I think everyone normally is in Bureau 19, but say you wanted to set this in a different country or set up your own secret agency, you could do that. So I'm going to put two fields up here. We want an appearance field where you can describe it. You can put your age and all those other things in there if you want them, but we do want the language field. And notes, so I hate these string U lines. I much prefer formatted text. This is just a hangover from initially when there were no formatted text fields in Fantasy Grounds. That's at least my opinion. So the same for appearance. I'm going to make it formatted text. So we're going to get rid of these fields. Now, when we do that, if we use the same names, we'll probably get some database errors, and we'll probably have to nuke this character because these will already be set up as string U's or strings, and strings are not the same as formatted text, like a number's not the same as a string. So we might have to nuke Christoph and create a new character at that point. But we're going to try something different. We're going to see how it works with just trying to create a sub-window inside our sub-window that references the languages. So the language sub-window is called car_language. So we're going to give that a go, all right? And probably, I guess, the first thing that happens is instead of using car sheet notes and then having to delete all this stuff, what we're going to do is change what we're doing in the Ruleset Wizard to point to something else instead of car sheet notes. So that stuff is all down here, firstly in car sheet. And in our tabs, or possibly in our, so we've got inventory, notes. Notes uses a class called car sheet notes. And so we're going to create our own one instead of car sheet notes. We're going to call it car sheet description instead. So we need to create a window class called car sheet description. We didn't need it before because it was inheriting the core RPG one. So let's go over here and we'll duplicate inventory. Well, actually, we'll duplicate main because it's got less stuff on it. Create copy, open it up. We're going to get rid of everything on here. Unlock it, delete it. We're going to change this and make it car sheet description. Alright, and then we're going to, just as a quick test, we're going to stick a sub-window in here, and we're going to make the sub-window, so it is 200 wide. Let's make it 190 wide. Let's, this window here is 390 wide, so we're going to put this at 200 across and 0 down. And in our sub-window, we'll just call it sub-languages. And in our, we're going to activate it to true, fast init true, and the class name is going to be, it's going to be car language. Alright, it needs to be longer. Let's lock it first, and we're going to make it, say, 230 tall. Alright, let's just publish that and see what happens. Never done it this way before. Hey, that didn't quite work as expected. Notes, Christoph, what have we got happening there? Okay, going back into Core RPG, we see something else, and what we've got is we've actually got a language list here, and the language list is somehow using car language. So let's see what we get. Let's search that. Find all in current document. Just the one instance. So it's probably in list language. So that template. Okay. So we've gone at this the wrong tack. So let's try it again. We're going to do a window list, and we're going to give it a use the template list language. So let's nuke this one. I can't nuke it because I locked it. Let's nuke it. Let's create a list. It's a window list. We're going to do the same thing. Width 190, X position 200, Y 0, height 230, accept drop classes. Whew. I think it's going to be called languages. Mind you, I don't think there are any languages in there, so I think the class name is car languages, coming from here, so it's car underscore language, not language. Alright, class name, but we also want to use a template. Template here, advanced template list language, and we're going to call this languages, language list, and we need something else here. We need a source. Let's check where Core RPG puts them. I don't see a source in here. We're going to create our own. Let's go language list for source. Data source dot language list. Let's push this, see if we have better success. We do, but we need some extra formatting that goes along with it. Let's go English, and then we've got French and Sudanese. Alright, so kind of it's working. We need a little bit of extra stuff in here though. We want to insert this inside a frame. We want to put a title on here. So let's go do that next. What that actually probably means is that we want to do it. We've done these ones here previously, right? So we're going to just be able to copy and paste skills into there, but it means I need to create a frame for that. So let's pop over into GIMP and let's do that one quickly. So I find my current one, which looks like it's over here. Alright, now I'm going to duplicate this image. So I'm going to image, duplicate, and over here, because my actual image is only this particular list is only 190 pixels wide. So we're going to go image, canvas size, and we go 190 and resize. Now we don't how tall it is doesn't matter because we'll actually define that in the frame setup, but we want to change this to languages. And I want to make sure I get these edges on the opposite side. So in GIMP, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this layer to image size, and then I'm going to layer, duplicate layer. I'm going to flip the layer. Now it looks like they're both sort of covered up, but I'm going to cut the top half of this layer, and I'm going to switch my box to that side and cut the other half of that layer. Then I'm going to merge these two layers down. Alright, and we should have that perfectly. Let's export that. File, export as, and this is called language frame. Okay, popping back into the Ruleset Wizard, go down to frames, create a new frame. From here, languages frame. Okay, it's going to call languages frame. Now our frame offset, our left edge needs to encompass all the way up to and including languages. So it's going to be about 90. Our top edge needs to include all the way down to at least the bottom of this diagonal angle. So 20. Our right edge needs to cover this here, so at least 12. And our bottom edge needs to come up 20. Let's have a look at that. Easy peasy, that looks fine. So we can close that. That should be usable now. We go to our list here. Yeah, bugger. I hadn't locked it. So 200 lock. Where's lock? True. Now we want to go to frame. We want to choose language frame. Languages frame, I think it was with an S. Alright, perfect. Okay, that's all good. We need to set an offset here because we don't want our list to start right at the top. We want our list items to start at least sort of 20 pixels down. So, and 5 in from the left, 20 from the top, 5 from the right, 20 from the bottom. We'll see what that does. And we need to get our I edit and I add. We'll copy these buttons. Where have they gone? They're down here. Let's move them right up the page. Problem we got here is we're going to have to move this frame down a couple of pixels because they're as high up as they can go. And that's just because there's not quite enough space here. My icons were actually overlapping a little bit above. So we'll lock those in place. We'll quickly edit them. So button I add, but its target is languages. Language with no S. And copy that. Update this one as well. Second button. Button I edit target. Target is language list. And its name is language list I edit. Great. Let's grab this frame and let's move it down 3 pixels. Let's try one more. 4 pixels. Let's publish that again. F4 notes. Yeah, it's looking pretty close. We need one more pixel here, I think. Yeah, these sit just above, so I need to slide this down one more pixel because they can't go up one more pixel because they're right at the top. And that's fine. That's perfectly acceptable what we have there. We probably have too many lines, to be honest. If a character's got 18 intelligence, they're going to have a total of 9 languages. So let's see how many they need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So it's actually perfect height, right? Let's delete these. Alright, so languages is done, and we've got all 9. We could probably drop it shorter because I'm sure that there's a scroll bar in there. No, there's not. We could add one. We'll leave it at 9. We don't need the space just at this point. We'll see what happens later. So now we're going to add in here one called description. So there's going to be a formatted text field, but we're going to create this box in GIMP. This is sort of the right size, so we're going to go, oh, we don't need to. What we'll do is we'll just duplicate this layer. We'll hide this one. We'll edit this one. We'll call it this, yeah, appearance. That's fine. Let's export this one. Appearance frame. We need another one. This one's our 200 pixel wide one. We need one here for agency. No, we don't. We're not going to label that one. All right, but we are going to need one for notes. Okay, file, export as. All right. So back in here, we're going to group. So first we're going to adjust this one to 5 pixels. We're going to group these together. We're going to move them down 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 should be enough for the moment. We want to put in a new icon. It's going to be 40 high is fine. Width is going to be 390. It's going to start at 0 and 0. We're going to call this agent frame. The frame type is going to be frame squared, I think it was. Yep. Okay. Let's put that right up the page because it's going to appear above languages. I'm going to lock it in place there. Let's add another one of these. So, well, actually, it's just formatted text we're going to add this time. Formatted text. We're going to use the frame. Oh, we haven't created the frame yet. Let's put it in place first. So it's going to be at 0 across, 50 down, and it's going to be 190 wide and 230 tall, just the same as that one, I think. What have we got? This one here starts at 45. Okay. So set this one to 45 pixels up. Alright. And that should be pretty close. We'll lock that in place. True. Okay. Let's create 2 more frames. Go down here to frames. Add frame. Now what were the new graphics that we just added? Appearance. Okay, again, offset on the left, we say 90, 25 from the top, 12 from the right, 20 from the bottom. Good. And we had one more frame, I think, and that was for notes. Let's find notes frame. Uh, 70, 25, 12, 20. Great. Got to close these so that they appear in the list. Go back here to our formatted text. Change the frame here to appearance. Frame. Where are you, appearance frame? There we go, appearance frame. And we want here, we don't want the text to start right at the edge, so 5 from the left. From the top should be 25, 5 from the right, and 10 from the bottom. Let's see what that looks like. Appearance frame, and this is formatted text. It needs a name. It's simply going to be called appearance. Appearance. And we're going to need one more of these. We'll copy this one, paste it, drop it down so it's just below. We're going to make it a bit taller. What do we got? 260, 270. Width is going to be 390. Frame is going to be notes frame. And the offset's going to be the same. The name here will be notes. This one, we probably need a scroll bar. Yeah, this scroll bar, we need to format a new scroll bar because this one just doesn't suit this particular theme at all. It's actually quite a difficult element to make, to be honest. I've made a few of them and I haven't been that happy with very many of them. Okay, so scroll bar, scroll bar, scroll bar. This thing needs a target. I think it's something like property name is target and the property value is notes and designer locks true. Scroll bar notes, notes scroll bar. I think that's right. Notes, notes. Look, we haven't put our fields up here. Let's quickly test what we got. Oh, so close. Let's paste some text in there. Okay, we got a bunch of text we're going to have to Control J on. Easy. Control 2 for heading. Alright, now, do we want a scroll bar in here? Look, honestly, I think not. I don't think you're going to put that much appearance in there. Maybe you will. I'm not sure. Control 1, we can just make this bold instead. Use a little bit less space. Unbold this. Oh, didn't quite catch it all. Anyway, you get the idea. Okay, and we're going to put that same content down here. Control J, make that a heading, and let's duplicate that so we can get. Okay. Control 2, delete, 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 Control 2. Alright, so we can see here we've got a whole bunch of text and we can put as much info in there as we want. It's limited to this size and we have a scroll bar. I'm going to edit that scroll bar and make it a little skinnier and we'll see how that goes. But that's as I said, that's a little bit funky actually building this. Is several components to it. We'll get to that later. I just need to put 2 more text fields in here and they are nationality and agency. So let's quickly do those and then that video is a wrap. We want string field. Okay. Put it right up here. And we're going to call this agents nationality. And we're going to put custom property on here. And it's a label. Nationality. Okay. Push it and we will see if it loads up okay. Okay, notes. Okay, the label hasn't appeared, so I need to just work on that one. But we're very, very close. Let's get that finished. I know what it is. We need a template here. We created one here for this already. I'm pretty sure we've got it. So let's copy this one. Put it over here. I didn't line those up properly. Let's shuffle them up and put them up too higher. Give them room. Lock them in place. And this one will be Agent C. I reckon that might be about right for this one. It's published. Reloading our table. Bam. Okay, nationality, agency, notes, appearance, languages. I think we're very close. Let's wrap that video up. Thanks very much for joining.